Hello again, yeah, Jeff Jacobs here from metjfak.com, and this is a look at the December update, and of course this will include the Christmas forecast for 2015. And today's date is the 30th of November 2015. Well, those of you that have seen my long range forecast, which was dated the 6th of September 2015, and if you haven't seen it already, it's still available at metjfak.com. It's completely free, and you enjoy that one. It's still going to plan, actually. There are one or two hiccups along the way, which you would expect in a long range forecast. I mean, nobody can get it 100% perfect, but generally speaking, it's going to plan. And indeed, as we look ahead to December and January, looking very much on track. As I've already mentioned in the video previously, I was expecting a cold spell just before Christmas, sort of mid-month, and this would extend into the Christmas period, and another one I'm expecting around about the New Year's Eve period. So we'll keep an eye on that one. But at the moment we're stuck with excuse me, low pressure to the north and high pressure to the south, and that's allowing the jet stream to whiz across the Atlantic like so, producing some very strong winds. It's a very strong jet. This very cold air and very warm air is just intensifying this strength, and it's dragging low pressure, as we all know, across the country, giving some rain and strong winds in the south. But as it's affected by the somewhat colder air in the north, this is then readily turned to snow, especially over the high ground. So what I expect to happen as we go through the rest of the month is, for this high pressure, not this particular one, but high pressure to sort of migrate or move out of Canada and build, and that will encourage this low pressure to move into Scandinavia. We would then end up with a northerly airstream straight down from the Arctic, and this will take place around about mid-month, sometime between the 15th and the 20th of December. And of course that will give us quite a lot of snow, especially on north-facing coasts of the southwest, Wales, Northern Ireland and western parts of Scotland. Falling of snow over Scotland, Northern England, well, basically down to far as what I would call the M4 corridor, if you like. South of that line, it's more likely to be of sleet or snow, but slushy, with the snow really over the moors and the high ground above 600 feet, say. But further north, readily settling down onto lower levels, so quite a lot of snow, quite possible, as predicted by me way back in the 6th of September. So not bad for an amateur weather forecaster, eh? And yeah, so looking pretty good. But generally speaking, what I think then will happen is that the low pressure systems, right, is going to sink south or develop south. Excuse my graphics. No money spared here, I'm afraid. And high pressure then building across Greenland, and then generally speaking situating overall to the east of Greenland. And what that will do is produce a northeasterly type of airstream like that, you see, and quite a cold one too. Of course, this time of the year it's bitterly cold over Siberia. So expect to see this sort of airstream pattern as we go into the Christmas period. Now, around, I can't give you exactly on Christmas Day, but my feelings have always been that we will get low pressure over Biscay, the high slightly more to the east of the British Isles, and we will then get a more of a easterly type pattern beginning to build across the British Isles. So this will bring cold, bitterly cold air off the continent, when with low pressure situated over the southwest approaches. It's this area which I'm more concerned about for getting substantial amount of snow. And of course, with the two different pressure gradients, the winds are going to increase up to gale force, so we could be getting blizzard conditions over southwest England, southern England, South Wales and Southern Ireland as we go into Christmas Eve. So it's quite possible that this could be the weather map over the Christmas period. Okay, with low pressure to the south and high pressure to the north. It's one to look out for. It's quite possible actually that this scenario could develop. So we'll just get rid of that a minute. And as we go into New Year's Eve, a very similar pattern looks like developing. Maybe the high pressure moving a little bit west, and the low pressure beginning to move slightly more towards the east. But again, favourite spots will be southeast England, southern England for some quite appreciable falls of snow, and of course all the way along the east coast getting frequent snow showers as we go into New Year's Eve. So that's my forecast, what I'm predicting. But more immediately, I'm looking at some very strong winds next weekend. If this is right, we could be getting winds up to, if I get it back again for you, this is actually from Metrosail, by the way, Metrosail, and yeah, it's looking pretty stormy actually as we go into the around about the 5th and 6th of December, with some very strong winds over Scotland up to 90 miles an hour here. On the mild side, but a lot of rain as well, with severe flooding by then over most of the country, especially the north of England, Ireland and Scotland. So that's one to watch out for next weekend. But a summary of what I think we can expect over the Christmas period. So Christmas Day, I think we're going to get heavy snow in the southwest England especially, with probably drifting snow actually over the moors, especially in this biting cold east to northeasterly wind. And this extends a brief respite after Christmas, but then returns again with more snow. I'm forecasting over the New Year's Eve and the first part of January, although I think middle part of January it will start to turn more stormier again and milder. But more about this in my next video forecast, which I hope to be probably in about 2 weeks time. So I hope the sun keeps shining for you. But whatever you're doing, or whatever your weather, enjoy it.